At the beginning of every season, every player dreams about getting to a state championship game, and tonight, two teams about to meet here with a chance to get to the boys PIAA 5A state championship game Friday night at 7:30. But before that, they've got some business to decide here tonight. Good evening and welcome to the state semifinals here. And we are so glad to be bringing this to you this evening. I'm Gary Sutton, and tonight you have Lower Dauphin out of District 3, the champions of District 3, in a year when only champions advance to the state championships. And they come in here at a 20-3 record tonight against a very game Erie Cathedral Prep team. The 11th time they've been in the state semifinals for Erie Cathedral Prep, and the first time since 1996. And they come in here tonight with a record of 17-7 after dumping top-seeded 5A team here in the state, Newcastle, in overtime the other night. This should be a great matchup here this evening of two teams that generally use not a whole lot of players in their lineup. Lower Dauphin will go with 6 tonight primarily. And on the other side, you've got a team in Erie Cathedral Prep that will go with 7 players in their rotation here this evening. It's a matchup of two teams that play great defense. Both teams giving up about 43 points a game. Lower Dauphin may score just a few more a game, 58 a game. On the other side, you have a team that scores 52 in Erie Cathedral Prep. The Falcons of Lower Dauphin, who you see being introduced right now under head coach Rick Ativo, is a team that is ready to go here tonight. He is in his 6th season, a record of 95-54, and looking to try to get his team further than they've ever gotten before. For Erie Cathedral Prep, a team that has been in the state championships over the years, but not recently, and some of the players we're going to look at here tonight. For Lower Dauphin on the left-hand side, you got Tyson Hofsass, who really leads them in terms of a balanced line of about 14 points a game. But you look at Caleb Gibbs at 6'7", number 3, also getting about 14 a game. And Josh Gardner, wearing number 0, is a young man who will come in here and score close to 13 points a game. And check out this guy off the bench, Charlie Fortney, a young sophomore who will match in terms of point guard responsibilities, but also can knock it down from outside. On the other side, Tavian Spencer is a young man who is about 6'1". He will make things go for this Erie Cathedral Prep Rambler team. But the man who really scores for them a lot is Liam Galla. He is the guy who makes them go inside and outside, averages 14.7 points a game, including 39 threes for the season. And the 1-2 punch that he has to work with him, Callie Horton, 13.9 points a game. And these two guys will go inside and outside. Horton at 6'6", and on the other side, Galla at 6'5", as we're getting ready to jump it off. The Ramblers on the right in black and red here tonight. On the left-hand side, you've got Lower Dauphin at blue and white, and we are underway here in the boys' state final matchup here for the right to get to the state championship Friday night at the Giants Center. And the first pass of the game thrown out of bounds off the hands of the Falcons. And so, you know, a little bit of nerves here maybe to open up, as this is rare air. And despite the fact it's been a weird year with COVID, not a lot of people in the stands, you can bet tonight that these two teams are feeling a lot of pressure right now. Ball is knocked away there and taken back, so each team with a turnover here to start out this evening. Tyson Hofsass, a young man here who really plays under control both inside and outside. They'll go inside a lot to Caleb Gibbs. He misses a shot taken down here by the Ramblers. Ramblers driving hard up court and up and in. A good hard drive by the Ramblers, and getting it up inside there very quickly. 2-0, they lead here early. One of the things you'll see with Lower Dauphin, they'll move the ball side to side quite a bit, and that's where they're most effective, really trying to break down a defense. But Erie Cathedral Prep, a team well known for really good, hard, in-your-face defense. There's Hofsass outside, misses a 3, and it bounces off, taken out of bounds off Caleb Gibbs, and the ball will belong to the Ramblers. Ball past baseline. The ball is out of bounds off of Lower Dauphin. Will stay with the Ramblers of Erie Cathedral Prep. Good screen back and then up, and blocked right there by Caleb Gibbs. The ball will go out of bounds off of Erie Cathedral Prep, and will go back over to the Falcons of Lower Dauphin. Josh Gardner out front handling the basketball again. Man-to-man defense here by Erie Cathedral Prep. You see a lot of weak side help, but they do like to get out and get in your face, and they put on the ball pressure all night long. See Will Innes there, guarding on the inbound. Caleb Gibbs steps on the baseline as he tries to drive hard to the basket. Ball go back over to the Ramblers. And again, lots of turnovers here in the early going as the ball passed into the low post there and getting caught down there with the walk. Was Liam Gallup. Ball back in the hands now of Gardner. 2-0 here in the early going. The Ramblers in their 11th state semifinal appearance. This is the first time that Lower Dauphin has ever been this far in the state championships. There's a good move hard up by Caleb Gibbs, and then the jump ball. And the ball will stay underneath with the Falcons. As in on that play was Will Innes tying that one up. So 1-4 across the baseline here usually means they're going to try to set a little screen there to get the ball back outside. Hofsass with it. Gardner's going to get fouled on the pass. Foul be marked up against Erie Cathedral Prep. The foul will be called on Malachi Millsap. That's his first foul here, the first team foul in the game. Underneath it goes, and wide open is Caleb Gibbs, and he can't quite get it to go. And so good defense by Erie Cathedral Prep to turn him away one more time. A double team outside this time by the Falcons. And double team again all over the place, and really trying to cause some havoc, and they do exactly that. So the ball goes back over to Lower Dauphin. 2-0 here in the early going. Lower Dauphin having a tough time finding a way to score right now as Gibbs with the basketball. Carter takes a look at it, thinks better of it. And man-to-man offense here against a really tough man-to-man defensive team. And another foul called, this time away from the basketball. And go back underneath. And the foul again is going to be on Malachi Millsap. And he gets his second foul, and 3 team fouls so far against Lower Dauphin, or against Erie Cathedral Prep, excuse me. So 4:58 to go here in the first quarter. This is the boys 5A state semifinals, one of 2 of them going on tonight. The winner to play Friday night in the Giants Center at Hershey for a state championship. Hofsass trying to find someplace to go. Caleb Gibbs working his man hard to the basket, will not allow him room. There's the extra pass. There's Hofsass outside, and Hofsass cannot make it. And the rebound is taken away at the last moment here by Erie Cathedral Prep. Great spin move to the basket, but not going to go. Not off the hands of Callie Horton. Callie Horton, a power forward, a sophomore, 6'6", outstanding young player, averaging 13.9 points a game. So 2-0 here in the district final for Lower Dauphin. They played against Cocalico, and there they finally get the first good pass inside, and they score. And this time it's Colton Waters getting his first 2 points of the game. So finally on the board, and it took a long time to do it, is Lower Dauphin. Strong move and a great block at the last second, then back up, and it's not going to go. And yanked down by Hofsass. And here comes Lower Dauphin. Lower Dauphin with a pull-up, and a nice job knocking that one down off the hands of Josh Gardner. Carter getting his first 2 of the night, and 4-2, the first lead of the game for Lower Dauphin with 3:35 to go here in the first quarter. Long move outside. What a great stroke by Callie Horton. Callie Horton knocking it down from long distance. He gets his first 3 of the night. Block inside again. This defense for Erie Cathedral Prep, very, very good as touted. Another 3 look and another bury downtown, and this one off the hands of his counterpart, Liam Gallup. So the threes being good so far, accounting for 6 of the 8 points for Erie Cathedral Prep. 2 out of 2 from the 3-point line. Alsace squares it up, not going to go. Good closeout that time by Horton. Another look downtown, and the bank is open as Hofsass finding a way to get it to go. Hofsass, a guy who made that shot to win the district final with no time left on the clock to get them to this particular point in the season. They won that game 24-22 in a real tractor pull of a game. Good hard move to the basket, up and in. And Erie Cathedral Prep shows they know how to get to the basket as well as Spencer with his first 2 points of the night. Tavon Spencer. Back comes Gardner. 2:11 to go in the first quarter, and a fast-moving first quarter. Waters with it, gets jammed. Ball tipped out of bounds. And one of the things you can see with Erie Cathedral Prep is the fact you do not want to hesitate at all with the basketball because their hands are constantly moving, constantly influencing, and a timeout is called. 2:08 to go here in the first quarter, and 10-7 so far. 5 turnovers so far in the basketball game by Erie Cathedral Prep, and 4, or actually 5 so far, as Jim Gallagher, our stats guy tonight, and there you see Lower Dauphin. Riccativo over there taking a good long look at what his team has to do right now. So far, Erie Cathedral Prep really doing a good job man-to-man. They attack the basketball well, and they jam from the weak side in the lane to make sure that you really can't go very far into the lane at all. And so the inside has not been available, and when they do get inside, every shot has been contested very, very well so far. On the other side for Erie Cathedral Prep, you're looking at a team that has shown you a little bit of everything so far. They've had the ability to drive hard to the basket. They love that spin dribble, but they also have shown you the ability to knock down threes, as 2 out of 2 from the 3-point line so far. So Erie Cathedral Prep and Lower Dauphin still trying to kind of figure each other out thus far. And here you see one of the replays. And let's take a look right here, and we'll watch this move down the court. Watch the spin move coming up right here to the basket. This is one of the things that we're talking about here. And the kick out, the extra pass, and there you see the nice look downtown, and those are nice anytime you want them from Liam Galla. His 40th 3 of the year. The ball be brought in bounds here by Tyson Hofsass of Lower Dauphin. 2:08 to go here in the first quarter. A 3-point lead by Erie Cathedral Prep. Finally gets it in to Caleb Gibbs. Waters has it. Gardner trying to find a way to get to the basket. Kick it back out again. Doing a great job of jamming it. And then outside it comes. Not going to go off the 3 look. Here comes Erie Cathedral Prep, who loves to run off the missed 3. Pull up. Last second, just a slip out. And you get another look, and buried it right there down the middle again. And this time off the hands of Will Innes. And Will Innes checks in with his first deuce of the night. 12-7 now. Biggest lead here of the first half. And a hard move to the basket. Not going to go. Picked up on the other end by Lower Dauphin. And then they'll throw it up. But there's a foul before the shot. The official calling it. And we'll see who that's on. Foul will be marked up this time on Innes, and that's going to be his second foul as well. So 4 fouls thus far, 2 on Millsap and 2 on Innes in the game. Again, they run about a 7-man rotation. There's Hofsass outside, not going to go, and it's been a cool basket so far in terms of threes. Quickly on the other end comes Erie Cathedral Prep, and they're going to get called for a walk. He's trying to go a little bit too fast that time with Spencer with the basketball. So 1:17 to go here in the first quarter, a 12-7 lead for the Ramblers of Erie Cathedral Prep. Ramblers have not been to the state semifinals since, and the finals, in fact, since 1996. And a lot of people may remember the last time they were in the finals because they played against a guy who ended up going to the NBA after that game. His name is Kobe Bryant. And the Ramblers in a great game, which I had a chance to do in the state championships on PCN back then. 48-43 they lost in a game that Kobe Bryant had 17 points in 1996. So they're looking to do something they haven't done in a long time here. They get back into it. There's the pull-up. And a good look that time by Charlie Fortney just in the game, the sophomore, who's been outstanding in the three-point line this year, having it rattled out. So a tough first quarter offensively here so far for the Falcons. And there it is, downtown again. And I'll tell you what, you let this guy get open, he's going to bury you all night long. Liam Galla with 2 threes here. He's got 6 points in the first quarter. Gardner back out front. There's Fortney, who shoots at about 50% from the three-point line. Take it down to 28 seconds, 15-7, an 8-point lead here in the first quarter so far by Erie Cathedral Prep. And for Lower Dauphin, they need something quickly. There it is from the corner. That's not going to go either. Rebound by Erie Cathedral Prep off the long miss. They'll have the last possession here as we tick down to 11 seconds. Comes Spencer with the basketball. One more time, Galla, who's been hot. Outside it comes, 3 seconds to go. Can they get the shot off? Hofsass has got it. He's going to let it fly here at the end of the quarter. Hofsass lets it go, rolls in and out, and that's the end of the first quarter. 15-7. Erie Cathedral Prep leads it. We'll be back with more right after this. Prep up by 8 points here at the end of the first. So a good first quarter for them. They did a great job of covering the basketball in terms of rebounds. And they are looking right now to really try to build on that, obviously, in the second quarter. For Lower Dauphin, they're having a tough time getting the ball inside for any kind of score. And that has really been a problem for them thus far. Caleb Gibbs, a guy I like to count on the inside, has not found it easy going. There's some of the Erie Cathedral Prep faithful gathered over in the section near the wall. And, you know, what an exciting time it is for these kids, all trying to get the gold. Erie Cathedral Prep, a storied program. These two teams, by the way, and these two districts have never met. Erie Cathedral Prep has never played a team from District 3 in the state semifinals or even up to that point. So they are in rare air here tonight playing against this Lower Dauphin team, who comes in here at 20-3. And of course, Erie Cathedral Prep at 17-7. It's been a different kind of year in terms of watching these teams come in, because normally you have to win 4 games to get to the state final. Well, this year, both these teams won 1 to get into the state semifinals. But again, only champions made it in. So they had to fight their way through their districts to get into this particular game here tonight. And again, they're looking to get in on Friday in the state championship final. And that last basket by Liam Galla, we do want to mention, that hit 1,000 points. He became a 1,000-point scorer. Only 11 players in the history of Erie Cathedral Prep have scored 1,000 points. So Liam Galla with a milestone there, as he has scored his 1,000th point tonight. So in addition to being in a state semifinal, you get to score your 1,000th point. What a great time that is. Ball bobbled, taken away by Caleb Gibbs. Kicks it out ahead to Hofsass. Hofsass trying to go up strong, can't get it. Followed up. That was followed up by Charlie Fortney racing down the court, and Fortney is going to be fouled on the shot. So congratulations to Liam Galla, 1,000-point score, and what better time to do it here than in the state semifinals. Fortney at the line. Fortney is off the back of the iron. He shoots at about 50% here from the line. We'll get a second look here. And the second shot is up and good by Fortney. Only a sophomore, has been an outstanding pickup this year for this team, and just doing a great job. Of course, Steve Piotrowicz is the head coach here for Erie Cathedral Prep. As hard to the basket goes Fortney, and he is blocked away again, this time by Caleb Gibbs. Tough scoring so far here. Here comes Gibbs. Gibbs had a tough time of it so far. And Gibbs blocked again from the weak side. Good job coming across there for Erie Cathedral Prep, and they're back on the run again. They love to get down the court off your misses and your mistakes. Here's Horton. Horton hard moved the basket. He's going to draw the foul here. Callie Horton taking it hard to the rack. Looks like Walters might get called for the foul. and does his first, team first. So 5 team fouls thus far against the Ramblers and 1 against the Falcons. As at the line is Horton, who's a 59% free throw shooter on the season. And Horton's shot is short off the front. We'll get another one. And looking to knock this one down. Second one is up. That one also off the back of the iron and knocked away, but picked up again by Gala. Gala gets it back out front, and the Ramblers will reset it. And coming live tonight from Hempfield High School in Greensburg, Pennsylvania, is a good hard drive to the basket off the hands of Reese Colvin into the game. Reese Colvin, his first deuce of the evening. There's a Hempfield in District 3 over in Landisville, Pennsylvania. This one in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Charlie Fortney has the basketball, trying to find some room. Here comes Tyson Hoffass. He's going to get fouled on the floor. No shot involved in the play. Foul will be marked up against Ethan King Vincent into the game. He also coming off the bench. For Vincent, that'll be his first foul. Team 6 as Hoffass will trigger the inbounds play with 6:26 to go here until the half. Every pass an adventure against Erie Cathedral Prep as there's Hoffass getting up and in, and Hoffass works his way through finally. Hoffass now with 5 points out of the 10 thus far for Lower Dauphin. They cut the lead down to 7 points. Trying to back in is Gala. Gala not going to get it, but on the other side, team puts it back. And it's going to be put back up this time by Reese Colvin, who has made his presence known off the bench. He's got 4 points already and a biggest lead of the game thus far at 19-10 for the Ramblers. Fortney looks for it, kicks it to the far corner, bobbles for a moment. Back out it comes. Gardner with it. Gardner with a good look downtown, not going to go, and pulled down by Erie Cathedral Prep. But again, they come down the court, and they're always looking to try to get back and make you get back very quickly defensively. Nice pull up inside, buried. Nice job off the bench here thus far, as we mentioned, by Reese Colvin, who now has 6 points. And we got a timeout on the floor as 21-10. Erie Cathedral Prep is leading it and really doing some great things right now out of their offense. The biggest thing they're doing is covering up the long rebounds here with quick plays down the floor and getting back there before the defense is set. And there you see this big guy, Liam Gallo, and that point, that shot, gave him 1,000 points. Take a little look at the mix here thus far. And a good block from behind, so you're getting good defense on both these teams thus far. And this young man has really made himself a terror in there as he's driving hard constantly. Reese Colvin, back out it comes, and then a hard drive on the other end by Tyson Hoffass, and Tyson Hoffass finding a way to get up and in. It's been a tough trail so far offensively. So we back to live play here, and here comes Lower Dauphin trying to figure out the key thus far to get inside this defense of Erie Cathedral Prep, which has really been the name of the game. Their defense has been just lockdown time. Gardner with the basketball. He loves to drive to the basket. He looks to score. He's got a nose for scoring. And here goes Gardner up and in, and Gardner switches hands midway through, and a great job by Gardner finally getting inside. He's got 4 points in the game and cuts it back to 9 points. Very, very confident in their offense as Erie Cathedral Prep. They do a good job bringing side to side. They come off a lot of high post action here. Lots of good screens on the basketball. There's another one downtown, and this one is not going to go. But again, on the offensive glass, they have really done a good job of staying on there. And again, banging it out again, and then another offensive rebound and a stick back by Callie Horton. And Horton now with 5 points in the game, and back up to 11 it goes. Charlie Fortney taking a look, not going to go, back to Gibbs. Colton Waters. Colton Waters has it rattle out. Here's what Erie Cathedral Prep has been doing. This has been the elixir for them so far. Get the ball off the misses and run. Caleb Gibb jams his man on the baseline, and then Horton misses the jump shot. But again, it's Horton with another rebound, and the offensive rebounds have belonged so far to Erie Cathedral Prep, as Horton now with 7 points of the game. 13-point lead, 25-12. Cathedral Prep leading it. Right now, Lower Dauphin really has to value the possessions at this point. Gardner kicks it outside. Fortney has a long look, and Fortney buries it for a three. Charlie Fortney downtown, and Fortney with his first three of the game. Great job by Gardner at getting the ball to Fortney in the corner, and Fortney all ready to shoot it when he caught it. 25-15, a 10-point lead here for Cathedral Prep. 17-7 on this season, but got in here beating the #1 5A team in the state in Newcastle in an overtime game. Very, very deliberate in their offense. Add to that the great defense, and they have the ball. They're covering the ball well, and they're also doing a wonderful job of getting those kinds of shots out of their offense, as Will Innes with a three. Back up to 13 points it goes, and you're going to get a jam on the drive that time. 11-3 run right now by Erie Cathedral Prep, as the foul will be marked up against Reese Colvin. That'll be Colvin's second foul. And you get a timeout on the floor by Steve Pietrowicz and Erie Cathedral Prep. And so, again, let's take a look back at some of the plays thus far. Really doing a good job out of their offense of getting the kinds of shots they wanted. And the offensive glass has belonged to them. As you see Horton putting it back there, people have to get bodies on him, and they're not doing it so far. There's Horton again off the side, missing it, but take a look. Really has a nose for the basketball and then sticking it right back up again off the offensive glass. On the other end, watch Gardner with a great pass to the corner. There's Charlie Fortney wide open and ready to shoot it, and getting it off quickly and burying a three to pull his team back within 10. But once again, you watch Erie Cathedral Prep just very deliberate in their offense, working the basketball well, and then getting the good look that they wanted to knock it down from Innes. 28-15 so far in this one. Steve Pietrowicz with his team over there going over what he wants them to do so far. He's got to be very pleased at what he's seen in this ball game, because they have been very disciplined on offense. They've been on the offensive glass constantly. It's been a good elixir here for their success so far. Defensively, great on-the-ball defense, and they have pretty much jammed down the lane on Lower Dauphin, which has forced them to shoot it from the outside, and they are not hooking up the way they do so many times. They're a good three-point shooting team normally, and thus far have not been as good as normal in this particular game. 2:47 to go until the half. 28-15. Erie Cathedral Prep in control thus far. Long way to go in this one. You see Coach Pietrowicz over there on the side. On the other side, Rick Ativo, former outstanding player himself at Steele High. Steele and Highspire High School, a storied school in the Harrisburg area. At the line, Josh Gardner shoots it at 68%, but rattles back this time. Gardner, a 5'10 senior. Gardner will get a second look here. Gardner's second shot is up, and that one is good. He cuts it back to a dozen, so here comes Erie Cathedral Prep with the pressure picking up a little bit more from Lower Dauphin. A very good defensive team. Look at this. Gardner takes it away. Off and running. Great pass from Gardner back to Hofstas. Hofstas trying to go up. Hofstas up. Not going to go. Galla did a great job of holding his ground. Liam Galla with a good defensive play. He gets it back for the Ramblers. Quickly on the other end, and good job getting over in the lane was Braden Landis, who's into the game now for Lower Dauphin. So Cathedral Prep has been very deliberate in their half-court offensive game. Again, taken away by Lower Dauphin. Hard up, not going to go from Gardner, and Gardner's going to be called for the foul. A 20-second timeout called by Erie Cathedral Prep. 2:21 to go until the half. And so far, it has been a tough go for Lower Dauphin. Lower Dauphin, a team that has not been to this particular level before. They beat Shippensburg 59-57, by the way, to get to the district final in District 3. And then they had a tough win over Cocalico, 24-22, and one of the toughest defensive games you might want to see all year. On the other side, we talked about Liam Galla. Liam Galla made a jumper to get his team into overtime against Newcastle to get to this game. And then they won in overtime. Again, they're looking for their first semifinal win and their first trip to the championship since 1996 under Marcel Uribe back then. Rebound game so far, and that's been one of the biggest things that we've seen. 15-3 for Erie Cathedral Prep. They are dominating the glass in this one thus far. And they have the basketball back right here. So Erie Cathedral Prep, again, can really afford to take the time and do what they've been doing, is keep the basketball, run their offense to perfection, get the inside-outside combination that they have worked so well in this game. Horton inside to Galla. See a lot of motion. Once you pass it in, nobody ever stands. There's constant motion, constantly trying to get it, and a constant job on the offensive glass. And a foul is going to be called, and I believe against Lower Dauphin here. And that guy has been the chairman of the board so far, Callie Horton. As he has been up on the glass, that foul is going to be called against Charlie Fortney, his first, team second. Again, the Ramblers with the basketball, and 1:49 to go until halftime. 28-15, they lead it on this one. There's Horton. Horton looked like he might have gotten away with a walk that time. See Horton putting the hip out there, and yep, you could see it, and the referee caught him on it. Actually, Galla putting the hip out. See a few moving screens here in Erie Cathedral Prep. One of the things on the scouting report about them is they get away with some moving screens now and then. A lot of teams do that, but you saw Galla just kind of put that hip out. That's his first foul, the team 8th against the Ramblers. 1:28 to go here in the first half, and the Ramblers in control. This is the boys' state semifinal for 5A. There's the pull-up shot. Again, not happening. Hofstad's trying to get the rebound. He's blocked away. Good follow-up on the side. And Caleb Gibbs with his first points of the night. And Gibbs, who has not been a factor so far, really needs to be maybe more of a factor inside for this team. He is a guy who can get it going in a hurry. 50 seconds to go here in the first half. Underneath it comes. Jammed up there. And you're going to get a foul called as Riccativo on the far side. A little bit upset at the moment as Galla really using his body, knows what he's doing down in around the post. As a foul against Hofstad, that'll be his first, team third. And at the line is Liam Galla, who on the season is a 72% free throw shooter. Galla with 2 threes here in the first half. He's got 6 points so far. And lets it go, and he's got number 7 here as he knocks down the front end of a 1-and-1, or front end of 2 rather. And Galla will get the second one. Very heady player. Senior power forward. Guy who's the leader inside and outside for this club. Can do it both ways as you've seen so far. And Galla with the second shot. That's up and good. And Galla with 8 points here in the first half. 30-18, a lead by a dozen. Erie Cathedral Prep will pick up a little bit three-quarter court here. Gardner will find the trap right now, and you got to watch yourself. There's that jam. Get it back over to Gardner. Gardner trying to find somewhere open. Back to the side it comes to Fortney. Inside to Gibbs. You got Gardner wide open. Gardner looking downtown. Gardner finally buries a big 3 here for the Falcons. And Gardner, 8 points in the first half, 30-21. They get it to 9. It's now 15 seconds to go. Here's Erie Cathedral Prep looking to get the last shot. Working the basket up, ball up front with Spencer. You're going to get a push foul called. That's going to be against Fortney, and that'll be foul number 2. Fortney trying to say, I've got position. And the referee says maybe tomorrow and maybe the day before, but not today. So Fortney is called for his second foul in the game. Again, Lower Dauphin, a team that primarily runs about 6 players. Fortney is off the bench. 10 turnovers so far for Erie Cathedral Prep in this one. 7 seconds to go. Knocked away, but again, a foul is going to be called. I believe this one's going to be against Hofstad. And if it is, that'll be his second foul, be the team 5th. They're going to say no, it's actually against Gardner. So Gardner called for the foul. 7.1 seconds to go. Still a foul to give here. Here's Erie Cathedral Prep trying to find a good last shot. Galla trying to take it, throws it underneath. He's got his man, not going to go, and it is going to be the end of the first half. 30-21. Erie Cathedral Prep leads it at the half. We'll take a very quick break, and we'll come right back and talk at halftime here about all the things that are going on here in the boys 5A state semifinal. I'm Gary Sutton, back after this. And it's halftime at the PIAA 5A basketball state semifinal. The right to go to Hershey at the Giant Center Friday night at 7:30 to play for a state championship. And at halftime, it has been Cathedral Prep all over Lower Dauphin so far, 30-21 as they've really worked some magic in the first half. Let's take a look at a few of the highlights of the first half. And we had a number of really good ones. Let's take a look right here. And it was Erie Cathedral Prep starting out early, getting the ball off the misses of Lower Dauphin, and quickly getting the ball down. And this guy, Liam Galla, knocking it down. He scored his 1,000th point, by the way, in the first half. He had 994 coming to this game. And then here you see a good look outside by Tyson Hofsass. The bank is open. He's a guy who can make the threes go in a hurry. On the other end, it's back to Erie Cathedral Prep. Just working the ball very, very well in their half-court offense. And down the middle they go, and they found the middle often here. At the same time, they had this guy come off the bench, Reese Colvin kicking it out, and then Liam Galla, and that was the one that got him to 1,000 points. You saw him knock down the three. He was 2 for 2 from the threes in the first half. His partner, Horton, did a wonderful job of getting to the basket, but that time being knocked away, and a good defensive play by Lower Dauphin. And here's the hard driving move of Will Innes to the basket. On the other end, here's Hofsass again. Hard drives. Not a lot of these the first half. He scraped it over the front of the iron there and probably took a little paint with it to get those two. It was very tough every point. And then you saw Gardner down the middle doing a nice job of changing hands at the end. Back comes Cathedral Prep. Long look downtown, rattles out, but there's the ever-present Horton on the stick back. 2 of them here in the first half. He misses again, but watch what he does. He's right on top of it, puts it right back in, and Horton relentless on the offensive glass. And then a great job here by Gardner, kicking it to the corner. There's Charlie Fortney, the sophomore, all ready to knock it down. He buries a three, one of the few threes that Lower Dauphin was able to kick. Back outside it comes. And this time it's Innes from the top of the key, getting it for Cathedral Prep. Fortney into Caleb Gibbs. Back to Gardner. Gardner finds an open shot and buries the three outside. Good pass from Gibbs. And those are the highlights of the first half. We take a look at our stats here at the half, and you look at the defense of Erie Cathedral Prep. They're 8 out of 16, 50% in the first half. And you can see on the other side, only 5 of 16 for Lower Dauphin. 3-pointers, 4 of 7 for Erie Cathedral Prep, shooting at a good percentage. On the other side, 3 out of 11 for Lower Dauphin. Free throws is a wash, 17-4 in rebounds. 6 of those are offensive rebounds for Cathedral Prep, and that has been a huge number in the game, as has been, you'd think the turnovers 10-2, but the threes have really been the outstanding point for this team and their defense. 30-21 here at the half. And we take a look at the individual scoring in the first half. Let's take a look, first of all, at Cathedral Prep. Spencer has 2 points. Horton with 7 at the halftime. Will Ennis with 5. Reese Colvin with 6 off the bench, had a great first half. And Liam Galla, scoring his 1,000th point in the first half, led all scorers for the Ramblers with 8. On the other side, Josh Gardner with 8 points for Lower Dauphin. Charlie Fortney with that 3. He has 3 in the first half. Caleb Gibbs with 2. You have Colton Waters with 2. And Tyson Hofsass with 5 points in the game, accounting for all the scoring. As we get ready for the second half, you wonder about what these two coaches might be thinking. Well, Rick Ativo's got to think about a way to get more shots inside and maybe get Gibbs more involved. He has not had a chance to really finish off a lot of points here in the first half. He has only 2 thus far, and he's a kid that averages 14 points a game. He's an integral part of their offense. And so far, it's been Cathedral Prep's defense doing a great job of contesting everything inside. He's also going to have to find a better way to get that inside-outside combination and get some of those threes knocked down. Cathedral Prep, again, their defense has really been good closing out to the basketball and putting pressure on. On the other side for Cathedral Prep, they've been running their offense to a T, good inside-outside stuff. When they have missed, you found Horton on the glass. They've done a great job on the offensive glass and, again, have a decisive lead in the rebounds so far, which has really more than made up for their turnovers. They had 10 in the first half to only 2 for Lower Dauphin, but the low shooting and percentage has kind of equaled that out. And so they're going to stay on the offensive glass, continue to work their magic, get the inside-outside combination of Horton inside and then Galla outside, and that seems to have been a really good combination for them so far. It's worked all year long. It's been the 1-2 punch. So 1 half to go for one of these two teams, and the other team will have 4 more quarters to go at a state championship game on Friday night. What an exciting time of the year it is for these kids, and having been a coach of a state championship team myself back in 1987 with the Columbia Crimson Tide, I tell you, the excitement that you see these kids go through and all the things that they are thinking about right now is amazing. There you see Rick Ativo over on the one side and Steve Pietrowicz on the other side for Erie Cathedral Prep, trying to get his team to a state championship. And we have 1 half to play for the right to go to the state finals as we get it underway here, and Lower Dauphin with the basketball. Let's see what Ricativo was able to come up with here at the half. Hopsass pulling up in the lane, gets it underneath. Good job, and again blocked from behind by Horton, who's been a force in this game. And again, quickly, Erie Cathedral Prep answering on the other end, and they take your mistake, your missed shot, and they turn it into real points. As quickly down the court comes Malachi Millsap with his first deuce of the night. That's how good they are. They take your defense and turn it into real offense very quickly and answer with finalizing points on the other end. This is what Lower Dauphin does very well, is they'll work the ball side to side with you and really break your defense down. But Erie Cathedral Prep, probably some of the best on-the-ball defense you're going to see all year long. And they close out so well to the basketball. But the weak side, you'll see them sag in quite a bit, so there's never room to get down the middle. They don't allow a lot of weak side cuts. They bang you a lot going through. Here's a hard move, and it's going to be a charge called. It's going to be against Gardner. So Gardner trying to get to the basket, goes up in the air, and he gets called for the charge. That's his second foul of the game, the first team foul of the second half. And Ricativo senses a little frustration in his team and calls timeout here. He wants to get them back into valuing the possession right now. And even though you're down by 11 points is not the end of the world. And so you really have to take your time working side to side, and that's what he's trying to lay out to his team right now. For Pietrowicz, his team playing with a real maturity here. Erie Cathedral Prep, again, knocking off Newcastle, not to be overlooked, the number 1 5A team in the state, 52-50 the other night, which earned them this trip. Now you talk about this Erie Cathedral Prep team. They have played for the PIAA titles in 1980, 1984, 1993, 1994, and 1996. This is their 11th time to the semifinals. They lost in 78, 88, 2005, 2012, and 2015, and won all the other times there. So you're talking about a program that's used to success. And even though it's been 96, these teams are playing like they have some memories of those teams of the past that they're carrying along with them, trying to win this state championship tonight for the Ramblers. Over the top they go, a little high-low to Horton, and an interesting play there as Horton came up, set the screen, and then released, and they had it wide open in the middle, and the foul called against Lower Dauphin. Foul will be marked up against Braden Landis. That'll be foul number 1 on him. Team foul number 2 as stepping to the line is Callie Horton. Horton again, a 59% free throw shooter. He has 7 points in the game thus far and knocks this one down nicely. Horton has been a real force inside thus far and covering the glass regularly. He has 8 points in the game. So he'll get a second shot here. Lead stretched out to 12. 13 has been the biggest lead so far, and he bangs this one off. Not going to go, but another offensive rebound, and that has been the name of the game for the Ramblers. Now you're going to get another offensive foul called against Spencer, as he went hard, and a good job for Lower Dauphin holding the ground there. So first foul on Tavian Spencer. 6:39 to go in the third quarter. This is the boys' semifinal game in 5A. PIAA state semifinals, 2 of them going on tonight. The other one happening on the other side of the state, Chester. Talk about storied programs, and Archbishop Ryan out of the Philly Catholic League. So 2 outstanding clubs, 1 public, 1 the Catholic League, one of the best leagues in the country. And there's a look downtown again, not going to go. Offensive rebound for Lower Dauphin. They haven't had a lot of those in this game so far. And then covering up along the side for Lower Dauphin. The possession arrow should go over to Erie Cathedral Prep, as Gardner couldn't quite find the handle on that one. So Cathedral Prep with the basketball. You see they do a lot of screening at the high post. A lot of screening on the basketball, and then they'll release, step back. There's Horton stepping back. Misses a shot, pulled down by Gardner, and Gardner off and running. Lower Dauphin, a team that really grew during the course of this season. 20-3 record. Got some outstanding kids coming back next year. Hopsass has been a big part of that. He's from a family of basketball players and coaches who have played and coached at Lower Dauphin. And one of the things that you're seeing so far, when you try to make the easy pass side to side, everything has been contested, and the shots that you're getting are tough shots like that, but going this time off the hands of Colton Waters. Make that Landis instead. Landis with his first 2 points in the game. So Braden Landis, hard to basket. Good block by Gibbs. And let's see what the call is here. It looks like they might have called an offensive foul. Let's wait and see. And the foul is going to be called, and that's going to be the third foul against Will Innes, as a charge called, and good defense again by Lower Dauphin. I think that's a third charge they've taken in the game. The ball back in the hands now of Charlie Fortney, who's running the point guard spot. 33-23, a 10-point lead by Erie Cathedral Prep, and Fortney will get it going here. Fortney and Gardner take turns running the point. Look at the defense, though. And you're going to get a push-off, I think, against Gardner here, an offensive foul on him. So Gardner, who got called for the charge a moment ago, gets called for another one here, I believe, or is it going to be on Gibbs? That was actually going to be Gibbs on the screen. So Gibbs called for his first foul, team third so far here in the second half for Lower Dauphin. Watch the patience on this Erie Cathedral Prep team, and this time they throw it away. Ball out ahead. There's Hofsass coming up, and Hofsass gets it in. Great pass ahead that time by Charlie Fortney, as Hofsass is going to get his 7th point of the game and closes the lead back to 8, under 10. Real grinder kind of game so far. And Gibbs holds his feet there for a moment, and Spencer, check that rather, it's going to be a Malachi Millsap called for the walk, and head coach Steve Piotrowicz is going to call timeout. He doesn't like the momentum change here, as he is up in faces right now a little bit and saying, hey, what are we doing? Jim Gallagher, who is our stats man tonight, just reminded me he played in the Catholic League back in, I believe that was 1974-75. I'm kidding, because that might be 1874. But the Catholic League, a great league. And also, if you talk about great basketball, go up to Erie. And you've got such good teams up there with Meadville, who, by the way, Erie Cathedral Prep beat for the District 10 title this year to get into these playoffs for the states. Meadville had beaten them twice during the course of the season, and Erie Cathedral Prep knocked them off for the District 10 title. Had a good friend from Meadville back in 1987, Norm Price, who was the head coach up there, and took a team up there and played in Meadville. Great basketball country up there in Erie. So with the basketball now is Charlie Fortney, the sophomore. You can see how well they stop the drive, does Erie Cathedral Prep. Not much open. Landis downtown, not going to happen. Off the back of the iron. 14-4 in turnovers so far in the game for Erie Cathedral Prep, and quickly onto the other end, they are going to score. And once again, it is Horton making his presence known as he gets down the court in a hurry. The 6'6" kid now has 10 points in the game. He's the leading scorer for both these teams. Here's Gardner trying to find an opening. Good hard man-to-man. They just don't give you any room off the screens. They jam you on the screens, and they really make it tough for you to drive hard to the basket. They're up on the ball constantly. Hofsass trying to make a move. Caleb Gibbs with the screen. Hofsass hard to the basket. Hofsass going to be up, not going to go. No foul called. Picked up again here by Lower Dauphin. That one's going to be yanked down, and again it's going to be Horton, and Horton's going to get fouled. The foul will be called against Braden Landis, as Horton has just been the chairman of the boards here tonight thus far for Landis. That's foul number 2. Team foul number 4 here in the third quarter. And we have a timeout called on the floor. Thus far, what we're seeing with Erie Cathedral Prep has just been a certain maturity, I think. The ability to get what they wanted out of their offense so far. Defensively, they jam you on the basketball. They get up in your face. They take away the easy pass to the wing. You really can't start your offense. Everything is contested, and so it puts you under some duress constantly. And for Lower Dauphin, they're having a tough time really getting any kind of consistent flow to their offense as a result of that outstanding defense. Lower Dauphin playing some pretty good defense on their own on the other side. And again, they're a team that's used to knocking down a good combination of threes with the inside play of Caleb Gibbs. So far, Gibbs only with 2 points. He's been shut down, and that, I think, has been part of the plan for Steve Siaprowicz and his Erie Cathedral Prep Rambler team. for Lower Dauphin, they've got to find a way to start to neutralize Horton, who has just been a wrecking crew inside, getting on the offensive glass, also getting up and down the floor for quick buckets. He's got 10 points in the game. Thus far in the second half, Liam Galla, who caught his 1,000th point in the first half, had 8 points in the first half, has not really touched the ball here in the second half, but he hasn't had to. As we've seen Horton really conducting his own personal offensive war here for the Ramblers. And that's where we stand right now, 35-25, 3:12 to go in the third quarter, and Lower Dauphin with the basketball and in need of a big bucket, or make that Cathedral Prep rather. Not in need of a big bucket here, just in need of a really good possession. They've been milking the clock pretty well each time and getting what they want out of their offense. Here's a hard drive baseline inside. They're trying to throw it off the back of the basket, and it will go over to the Falcons of Lower Dauphin. 35-25, 2:57 to go here in the third quarter, and you can see that tenacious defense being played here by the Ramblers. I often say defense travels well in the state championships, and never has been more true than what we watched here tonight. Gardner, nowhere to go. You can see how tight they are to the block playing that defense. On the ball hard, and then everybody ready to help and recover. Caleb Gibbs has had nowhere to go so far as Galla guarding him. Another three look, not going to go off the hands of Gardner. Quickly back on the other end come the Ramblers. Here's Horton. Horton loves to make this spin move right here, and probably going to get called for the walk this time. So he likes to make that right-hand move, then a spin move back each time, and that time losing the basketball as he made this spin move. A little bit frustrated about that. So Charlie Fortney will handle the basketball now for Lower Dauphin. He like to use a lot of little double screens at the top there and then get some split moves. So Hofstad's trying to do that. Here comes Gibbs, and Gibbs just finding it tough to go anywhere right now. Gardner back out to Fortney. He'll reset it. Side to side they go. Gardner, who loves to drive the basket, has not seen a lot of room there tonight, a couple times, and there he is making a move to the basket. Foul going to be called on the floor. I think it's going to be against Spencer. Davian Spencer will be called for the foul. That's his second. It'll be the team third here in the third quarter. 16 turnovers, by the way, now for Cathedral Prep, but again, they're being equaled out by the offensive rebounds and the shooting percentage. There's Hofstad off the set play, not going to go again. Bounces off the rim. Cathedral Prep being jammed in the backcourt by Gardner. And knocked away at the end by Cathedral Prep. On the floor goes Hofstad. He's got it. Jump ball here, no. Still live. We got a scrum. And finally a jump ball, as you saw Liam Galla on the floor. Big guy all over the top of it. And it's going to go back over to Lower Dauphin. So a 10-point lead. It seems like it's been there forever. 35-25, a minute 30 to go here in the third quarter. You just sense this is a big possession here for Lower Dauphin. They have no momentum going right now, and they need to get something back. So Gibbs has got to become a big part of this offense, as they have taken him totally out of the game, the 6'7" guy inside. And they're trying to get it to him, can't find him, no good angle, and again, good defense by Galla. Here's Spencer with the basketball. 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Spencer hard drives the basket, it's going to have it up and in, and Spencer finds a way to slither on through there and get a bucket. Spencer now with 4 points in the game. 12-point lead. Up it goes. Not going to go, but a foul's going to be called as Gardner gets inside, and Horton's going to be called for the foul. Kelly Horton with his first foul of the night. He has really patrolled the lanes tonight, both offensively and defensively, as Gardner will step into the line. Gardner 1 out of 1 so far tonight, and Gardner rattles it out again. The Gardner will get a second chance here, trying to get it back to an 11-point bulge. Gardner's second one is up, and he rattles that one home. So Gardner now with 9 points in the game for the Falcons. He's a leading scorer for them as it ticks down under a minute. Spencer with the basketball. Fortney on him. There's that high screen by Galla again that opens up the offense so nicely, and then losing it And trying to get it back is Erie Cathedral Prep. They have it in the corner. Back outside it comes. Gala has it at the top. 27 seconds to go. Gala trying to find a man open. Innes trying to make a move, and Innes come out and reset it. Will Innes with the basketball. Good hands there on the ball by Gardner, and Gardner is going to be called for the foul then, as he knocked it away for a moment and then reached around. And actually it's going to be Charlie. Make that, yeah, it is Gardner called for the foul. So for Gardner, that is his third foul now. 16.9 seconds to go. Cathedral Prep with the basketball and the lead by 11. And so far the game has been played at the tempo they have wanted it. Here's Gala, handing it off. 7 seconds to go, trying to find a good shot. Innes underneath to Gala. Gala making a move. Gala underneath, and Gala rattles it home. And Gala with his first 2 points of this quarter, and that ends the third quarter. And Erie Cathedral Prep with a 13-point lead as we head to the fourth, 39-26. And Gala, with his first bucket of the quarter, makes it a big one. He's got 10 points in the game. So Erie Cathedral Prep now carrying a 13-point lead. It ties their biggest lead of the night as we head to the fourth quarter. And there you see Steve Siapowicz and his staff talking over what they want to do on the other side. A lot of room, a lot of distance to make up for the Falcons of Lower Dauphin, who have 1 quarter right now to play as it stands. And so some of the replay of that third quarter, let's take a look at what we had. Here's Spencer getting down the court. Spencer with a great pass. That was right off a miss right away. And then quickly, Gala trying to throw it inside, but good defense here by Lower Dauphin as well. They played tough defense all night. And then kick it into head is Fortney, and finding Hofsass down there for the easy turnaround and the conversion. But back we come on the other end. And just wonderful, wonderful passing down the court, and Horton with a wonderful reverse layup there. Here's Cathedral Prep again. There's that high screen by Gala. They love to set that screen. It really opens up this kind of move, the drive down the lane by Spencer. Once again, there's Innes. Horton sets the high screen move this time. Inside it goes. This ended the third quarter as Gala with a beautiful little turnaround off a set piece. They got a baseline screen for him, got him on the block, and a beautiful little turnaround by Gala, who really plays well inside as well as outside. He can knock down the three. He's got 2 of them in this game, but he shows you he also knows what to do around the post, the low post. As we head to the final quarter, 13-point lead, Erie Cathedral Prep up on Lower Dauphin. And Lower Dauphin will have, or Erie Cathedral Prep rather, will have the basketball to start the fourth quarter. Live tonight from Hempfield High School in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. The boys 5A semifinal. And Cathedral Prep now can really afford to work their offense in addition to play that great defense. But here they go underneath, and bringing the ball down is Horton, and has it stripped away. Great job by Hofsass at getting his hands in there. And every possession has got to count now. And you got to believe they're going to try to get Caleb Gibbs involved here. Down the lane it comes. Good pass by Gibbs, and right down the lane comes Gardner, who checks in now with 11 points in the game. Great pass, though, outside. Lead back down to 11 points now for Erie Cathedral Prep. Lower Dauphin plays great defense themselves. We talked about that. Cathedral Prep does not have to be in any kind of hurry. As you see, Horton just handed off, then setting that ball screen. Up and hard to the basket it comes, and laying it in nicely for Erie Cathedral Prep is going to be Malachi Millsap. And Malachi Millsap now with 6 points in the game. And Millsap going to the line for the year from the free throw line, an 80% shooter. So Millsap with 6 points and trying to get 3 the hard way here. That high screen has been really a factor for the offense here for Erie Cathedral Prep tonight. They really use it well to get good drives to the basket. Millsap misses this one. Millsap, though, and almost another rebound. He does get an offensive rebound off the miss and gets it back outside. Gala squares it up, not going to go. Spencer, hard move to the basket. That's not going to go again. Another tap. Horton on the offensive glass again, and that has been the name of the game tonight. Horton has just dominated the inside, and no one has been able to put a body on him thus far. See a little frustration from Caleb Gibbs, who's had an outstanding season. Gibbs a senior, 6'7", who's just an outstanding player. So back at the line, it's Horton now, 59% free throw shooter on the season, and rattles it out this time. Horton with 10 points in the game. He's been dominant on the glass thus far. Horton lining up his second shot. And Horton's second one is up and good. Now with 11 points, lead back up to the highest number of the night. Now 14 points as Cathedral Prep trying to get to the state final Friday night. Now they're in a 1-2-2 half-court type defense. Gibbs, outside it goes. The three knocked down, this time off the hands of Gardner. So Gardner now with 14 points in the game. Good job by Gibbs of getting it back out from the other side. The three probably not needed at this particular point by Cathedral Prep. And quickly, here's the run. Charlie Fortney ahead to Gibbs. Gibbs up and in. Great job by make that Gardner rather, getting the ball down the court to Gibbs. And all of a sudden, quick turnaround here, and back into the game comes Lower Dauphin. They're down now by 9. They were down by 14 a moment ago. Let's take a look. See Gibbs out there, and then he finds a great screen by Hofsass, and Gardner coming right off that screen inside. Easy pass, easy layup. Here's Horton on the other end. And there's that screen we talked about all night, and you can see the easy shot going up by Millsap to the basket. And then here again as Gibbs kicks it back out, you got Gardner wide open, and a good look against that zone. So the zone has opened up a few seams right now, and then quickly the turnaround straight ahead. Wonderful pass by Gardner, and you see Caleb Gibbs finish it off. Gibbs now with 4 points in the game, and Gardner has had his hands in on the last couple of points, as you see over there. Ricativo now sitting his team down and trying to find a way to make up 9 points in 6 minutes and 12 seconds on the other side here at Cathedral Prep. I'm pretty sure if you're Steve Saprowitz, you're going to say, hey, we don't want to come down and pop threes right away. We want to run some clock and get good buckets out of our offense, not out of quick shots. So we come back out on the floor here. We'll see whose strategy works the best. Again, the right to play in the state championship on the line. It'll be Friday night at 7:30. I'll be doing that game, by the way, on PCN as the color man with Bob McCool. Had the opportunity to do those games for a long time. I'm really looking forward to whichever one of these two teams gets in, going up against the winner of the Chester Archbishop Ryan game, which should be a dynamite game tonight over down in Philadelphia area. You could bet right now that here at Cathedral Prep is probably not going to be in any big hurry to score, or I could be wrong. And there again is another charge. And the official has called it all night long. He's been consistent on that. And standing in there taking it again is Braden Landis taking the charge. So good job defensively by Lower Dauphin as the foul will be called against Tavian Spencer. That's his third foul. 2 of them have been via the charge. So a huge possession here. 9 points down, 5:49 to go by the Lower Dauphin Falcons. What a great year they've had. And trying to make it even greater here with a chance to get to a place they've never been, which is the state championship. And here they are going side to side. Really have to value the possession here. Hard drive to the basket. Up and in goes Hofsass. And Hofsass in for 2 more. Hofsass now with 9 points in the game. They've now cut it to 7. That's the closest they've been since before the first half. Cathedral Prep now getting the heat put on them. There's that high screen again, constantly looking for their guards to drive off the high screen, double team. And they're going to call a foul, I believe, against Charlie Fortney here. Foul will be called against Hofsass. That'll be his second. And that'll send Spencer to the line, Tavion Spencer, who won the season, only a 43% free throw shooter. So if you wanted to put somebody in the line right now, there you go. 10 offensive rebounds in this game so far for Cathedral Prep has been huge. Here's Spencer. And Spencer rattles it home here. Throw the percentages away. When you get down to the end, you find out what someone's made of. And 5 points in the game now for Tavion Spencer. Spencer, a nice size point guard at 6'1". Spencer looking to make it 2 of 2 here and get it back up to 9 points. And Spencer misses this one, and the rebound is going to be knocked around, taken back by Horton again. And Horton on the offensive glass, and he's going to be fouled on the play. A huge play there by Callie Horton as he is up and in one more time. Horton now with 12 points in the game and back at the line for a chance for one more. What an outstanding game on the offensive glass by Horton. 11 offensive rebounds Cathedral Prep has, and it has been a key part of what they have done here tonight as they back up the 10-point lead. Charlie Fortney will go off as back in comes Colton Waters. Here's Horton trying to finish off three-point play the hard way. And rattles it out as Gibbs is going to pull down the rebound. So still just 10 points. Plenty of time to go. 5:07 in this one. But a huge moment there as Horton with another offensive rebound. It's been lethal for them tonight. There again, great defense. Ball's knocked out of bounds. And they're saying it's off of Fortney. And it was tipped out of bounds there by defense by Cathedral Prep, so they'll get the ball back. Game is played in stages, and so now you're getting down to that 4-minute stage where most coaches will take over the game, and there are no such things as long runs. So for Siapowicz and for Ativo, they are looking right now. Ativo trying to make up some possessions in a hurry. And now you're going to start to see, I think, Erie Cathedral Prep maybe get into a little bit of a, not a delay game, but trying to get uncontested shots, particularly inside. There's a double team, and it lets Gala wide open, and instead you're going to have a foul called, a push by Horton. Official pointing to Horton. He was pushing off there as Gala trying to come baseline, and Horton, I believe, is going to be called for the foul here. And we'll wait and see. Yep, that'll be his second foul. So on Callie Horton, 6-team foul now against Cathedral Prep, 9 on the other side against Lower Dauphin. Lower Dauphin in need of some outside shots to go now. There's that hard move up to the basket and in once again by Gardner. Gardner now with 15 points in the game, leads all scorers so far tonight. Back to an 8-point lead. 4:08 to go. Time of the essence for Lower Dauphin. On the other side, you can take some time if you're the Ramblers. Picking up the pressure. They've been double teaming on the side, says Lower Dauphin. Inside it goes to Gallup. Great give and go, and Gallup kisses it off to Innes, and Innes right down the middle for the easy two. Great pass by Gallup. Great job by Innes. 7 points in the game now for Innes. Here's Gibbs. Gibbs trying to find an open man. Finally finds Gardner outside. Gardner looking back. There's Fortney. Fortney downtown. Not going to go. Taken inside by Gibbs. He loses it away and taken back by Gallo. 3:32 to go now. 12 or 10-point lead. Hard to the basket goes in as he pulls up. And will kick it back out now. And they're going to start to play the clock a bit. 3:22 to go and 10-point lead. You start to think in terms of possessions as a timeout is called here by Erie Cathedral Prep. And you got to think that Steve Siapowicz is really talking about the fact that his team is now going to start to play the clock. You have a 10-point lead. It's a 4-possession lead when you start to think about it, and that's how you start to think about it as a coach here in the final 3 minutes and 22 seconds, that you have a 4-possession lead. That means the other team has got to have it 4 times to get back to at least a tie with you. And as a coach, I know for a long time, I coached for 41 years, and one of the things that I know is 100% true, when you have the lead and you have the ball, the other team can't catch up. And so it's going to be paramount now for Siapowicz's team, Erie Cathedral Prep, to really handle the basketball cleanly, to get fouled and cash in their foul shots. On the other side, if you're Lower Dauphin, you're going to see a lot of trapping, I think, coming out of this timeout from Rick Ativo. You're going to see his team really trying to pick up the pace of the game and force some tough passes here for Erie Cathedral Prep. And that's the mission that they have on their side. They have to create new possessions, get the ball back, maybe force Erie Cathedral Prep to get on the line, take the chance they're going to miss a few, and try to answer 3 for 1 or 3 for 2 on the other end. So let's see what these two teams have coming out of the gate here. Again, 3 minutes, 22 seconds away from a state final here for one of these two clubs tonight. Lower Dauphin, only about 5 miles, if that, from the Giants Center. You can see the kissing tower at the Hershey Park right from their school in Hummelstown, Pennsylvania. Erie Cathedral Prep, a little bit different trip. They'll be coming down out of District 10 to play in that if they win tonight. So here you have the basketball. There's, again, a throwaway out of bounds, and that's exactly what Steve Siapowicz did not want to see from his team, as everyone not on the same page. Gallup passed it inside but didn't move to a new location, and the turnover thrown out of bounds. So here comes Lower Dauphin. Now they have to answer with some kind of great possession. Hofstad's with it. Hofstad's going to drive hard to the basket, pulls up, Moves again, good spin move, Hofsass up. He's going to get fouled on the play. He'll go to the line for 2, as the foul will be called against Innes. And for Innes, that's foul number 4. So here is Hofsass at the line for the season, an 82% free throw shooter. He's the guy you want to see there if you're Lower Dauphin. Hofsass with 9 points in the game. Make it 10 as he drips it over the front of the iron. He's now cut it back down to 9 points again, so hope springs eternal. Cathedral Prep, by the way, 7 out of 11 from 2 points in this half, so they have really shot the ball well inside. Here's the second shot up, and good also by Hofsass. So Hofsass now checks in the game with 11 points. 8-point lead. Pressure by Gardner. And all you want to do right now, if you're Erie Cathedral Prep, is really do a good job of getting the ball inside and getting easy shots like that. As there's a guy who has not scored the second half, but he had 6 the first half. Reese Colvin with 8 points. As he was unaccounted for there. Here's Gardner trying to find a place to go. The defense tonight on the ball has been fantastic. Gardner downtown it goes and buries it. Gardner outside, 18 points in the game. And they close now to within 7 points. Again, tying the closest they've been since before the first half. Charlie Fortney out there right now on the ball. You really have to find a way to take the basketball away. And you can see Erie Cathedral Prep has really stopped playing Lower Dauphin here for the moment. They're playing the clock right now. They're 2:07 to go. You got to think about maybe fouling here or double teaming on the ball somewhere or keeping the ball in the middle of the floor. And there is a timeout by Steve Siaprowitz for Erie Cathedral Prep. 1:59 to go in this one, 49-42. Lower Dauphin trying to find a way to get back in, and you can see Steve Siaprowitz is going to say, hey, what are we going to do here? Let's talk about it a little bit, the assistant coaches. Meanwhile, let's take a look at some of the play here so far in the fourth quarter. Here's how easy it is. 1-on-1 you score, 1-on-2 you pass, and you saw Gala getting 2 people double team him, and the moment that happened, that means someone's open. Found his man going hard to the basket. Here it is underneath again. Easy pass, up and in. That time by Colvin. And then back on the other end, Gardner pulls it way out. He's out about 23 feet and says, well, one of these have to go sometime, and knocks down a huge 3 to pull his team back to within 7. And that's where we stand right now with 1:59 to go in this boys PIAA 5A state semifinal. I want to thank the Invicta production team tonight and Chad Edwards for the great job they've done all evening long bringing you these pictures and the replays. So 1:59 to go to Hershey or to home. One of the two for these two teams tonight who have had outstanding seasons. Out of District 10, Erie Cathedral Prep, the champions there. Out of District 3, the champions there, Lower Dauphin. So 49-42 right now with 1:57 to play in this one. And you're going to see, I think Erie Cathedral Prep's really just going to run. Watch this. 3-man game they're going to run outside. They're just going to basically pass to the high post. Take it away here at the last second by Gibbs. Gibbs throws it ahead and gives it away back. You're going to have to foul now, really, if you want to get the ball back. You have to really foul. No foul called there. Back out front it goes. Gallo with it. You don't need that shot. If you're Cathedral Prep, you're done taking that shot for the night at this particular point in the game. Handoff outside. Back in it comes to Gallo. Gallo will look. He'll get double teamed from behind. Tied up there. Going to be a jump ball, and Braden Landis tying it up from behind. And again, dribbling down, and you really have to have a purpose right now if you dribble the ball down toward the basket and stop. And that's what Coach Siaprowitz was telling Gallo right there. The ball will go back to Charlie Fortney, in need of some threes now in a hurry. But you have to get some screens on the basketball, maybe some step outs, and there you see Hofsass stepping out. Caleb Gibbs gets it outside. Nowhere to go with it. No threes available. As you see those teams really pop out off that screen. Hard move. Landis throws it away, and Gallo's got it. And really right now you're done playing against Lower Dauphin. You're just playing the clock totally. Underneath it comes an easy layup inside as the foul's going to be called, I think, before the shot. I don't think they're going to count the bucket here, as they're going to call a push before the pass was made. And it's going to be 2 shots at the free throw line on the double bonus. So Horton will head to the line. Saved a bucket there. Did Braden Landis on the foul, so maybe a heady play, but Horton is going to be at the line, and Horton with 2 big ones right here. Probably to salt this away. Horton's shot is up, it rattles out. So Kelly Horton will get a second one. Always been a great believer that the double bonus makes the bad free throw shooter decent, the decent free throw shooter good, and the good free throw shooter great. 59%, you might classify Horton as a decent free throw shooter. Let's see if he gets his second shot here. Second shot is up, and that one is good. So Horton cashes in here. Now you need points in a hurry if you're Lower Dauphin. Hofsass coming off the screen. Again, nowhere to go. Just the defense all night, and the way they've come off that screen has been super for Erie Cathedral Prep. As Charlie Fortney trying to find a way to get the basket, he'll get fouled on the play. Or will they call a walk before he got to the foul? Yep, the walk is called against Fortney, trying to make something happen there. So 50-42 right now. Cathedral Prep looking like they're on their way to another state championship game. The first one since 1996 when they played Kobe Bryant's team, Lower Merion, who won that one by 5, 48-43. And the foul very quickly. That'll be called against Landis. Should be his 4th. As we'll walk it down to the other end, and that's all you have right now, is you really have to either get the steal or the foul immediately, as Innes, who has played a rock-solid game tonight for this team, will step into the free throw line. The first time he's been there all night. He's got 7 points in this one, does Will Innes. Will Innes, the point guard, has done a wonderful job here this evening. 6'1" senior. So Innes misses off the back of the iron. He'll get another chance here. Innes on the season, a 68% free throw shooter from the line, so you'd figure he might make this second one if you're seeking the percentages. So hard to concentrate in these last few seconds when you're thinking about so many things, and both of them off the back of the iron. But there again, it was Horton getting the rebound, but he pushed off on Gibbs to get it. So Horton will get called for the foul, and we'll walk it back to the other end. And this is not, if you're Steve Siapowicz, what you wanted is giving Lower Dauphin a chance to score without having to run any clock at all. And if you have any hope and you're Lower Dauphin, here it is. That'll be the 3rd foul now on Horton. So Gibbs steps into the line. He has not been there tonight. He only has 4 points in this game. 69% free throw shooter on the season, and never did he need them more right now. And you see the official talking to Horton, who can get a little bit frustrated there in a hurry. And good preventative officiating here by the official, not wanting to call any kind of technical fouls at this particular point. So up and good by Gibbs. Gibbs now with 5 points in this one. He has now closed it back to 7. This would get it to the closest number they've had before the first half. And the second one is up, no good. Hofsass is going to get called for the foul. Quickly, they stop it. Run only 1 second. You walk it back down to the other end. But this time it's going to be Gala who's going to be stepping in there. And that's the guy, if you're Cathedral Prep, you want at the line, a 72% free throw shooter. 2 out of 2 there thus far tonight. So Liam Gala trying to get his team to a state championship game. They are up right now by, if you look at it, 3 possessions. 2 long threes and a deuce. And Gala, he's off the back of the iron. So far, the free throw line has gone cold for Erie Cathedral Prep. They are 6 out of 15 now from the free throw line in the game. So not numbers that you're normally very happy with. But all Steve Siapowicz wants right now is 1 for 1. And he gets it as Gala nails it here. Gala now with 11 points in the game. Good pressure in the backcourt here. Really takes some time off by Erie Cathedral Prep as Gardner trying to find somewhere to go. Hofsass outside. Hofsass lets it fly. Not going to go. 21 seconds to go, and a foul again by Gibbs. And now looking pretty tough here for Lower Dauphin, and looking pretty good for Cathedral Prep as they'll march down to the other end. For free throws, they have a 3-possession lead in this game. And you can see him trying to contain the excitement right now as they're going to clear everybody off the lane, get down the other end and play defense. As at the line will be Reese Colvin. Colvin knows what he's doing there as is up and good. And Colvin with 9 points in the game tonight off the bench. What an outstanding game he's had. Colvin, a 5'9" junior. He'll be back again next year. And Colvin's second one is up. That one's not going to go. Hofsass with it. 18 seconds to go for Lower Dauphin. They need to get a 3 up and fast. Look at the defense, and that's what's happened all night long. Is it's not going to go from Hofsass, and now you're at the end, and you really don't need anything. But they're going to take it home, and Horton is going to take it in and stuff it away. Khalid Horton, who has been a star tonight, and that is it. 54-43 is the final score here, as Erie Cathedral Prep will now advance to the state championship game against either Chester or Archbishop Ryan, as they now go to 18-7 on the season, and they will be headed into yet another chance to win a state championship. It'll be their 6th state championship appearance. As you see Rick Ativo walking over, congratulating Steve Siapowicz and his team. And for Erie Cathedral Prep tonight, what a game they had. And it was a combination of outstanding defense, suffocating defense all night long, the great offensive rebounding inside of Horton, the leadership outside of Liam Galla and Will Innes, and wonderful little drives to the basket all the way by Tavian Spencer and Malachi Millsap. And the combination tonight proved to be a wonderful recipe for success, as the Ramblers are rambling into a state championship game at 7:30 Friday night at the Giants Center. I'll be looking forward to call that game along with Bob McCool for PCN as we bring you that game live around the state of Pennsylvania. But an outstanding season for Lower Dauphin and Coach Rick Ativo, as they went as far as they've ever gone, getting into the state semifinals here. And what a wonderful year it was. And they've got a good nucleus coming back next year for this club. They'll be a team that you won't be surprised to see back again. They were 20-4 for the season, and it ends here at Hempfield High School in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. It was an early lead that was gotten by Cathedral Prep, and they made it stand up the whole way, and they used their hard defense, their control of the basketball throughout the night, running off misses by Lower Dauphin, offensive rebounding, and they will be playing that kind of game, hopefully for them, on Friday night when they meet up against the other team in the state championship game. Thanks again to the Invicta team tonight, led by Chad Edwards, for bringing you these pictures this evening. And thank you to Jim Gallagher, my stat man tonight. I'm Gary Sutton. Once again, your final score here this evening: Erie Cathedral Prep heading to the state championship game, 54-46 over Lower Dauphin. It's the first state championship appearance for Cathedral Prep since 1996, and they will proudly represent the Erie area in District 10 in that state championship game. I'm Gary Sutton, and thanks so much for joining us here tonight again. 54-46, Cathedral Prep in the state 5A final. Have a great evening, everyone.